Hello, fabulous superstar Gemini. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of March 2025. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. It is a remarkable astrological month, without a doubt. Big moves happening in the sky. And it's a big astrological month. We have eclipse season fully encapsulated in this calendar month. We have a big planet making a rare move into a brand new sign, a brand new part of your sky. That's going to be a massive shift of energy that we just get a taste of. And we have Venus retrograde as well, not to mention Mercury retrograde, your ruling planet. You're going to feel that too. So there's so much to talk about here. I'm going to start with the eclipses because it is going to be on the 14th of this month that we will have a total lunar eclipse. This eclipse takes place at the foundation of your chart, having to do with your past, your living situation, your family of origin, and your parents in particular. So this eclipse is a bit of a mixed bag, because full moon eclipses like this one and a total lunar eclipse at that can bring with it closures that can feel dramatic. For you, because we have Saturn across the sky from this eclipse, there are factors here that might feel less than ideal, that might feel that they're coming about because of a back and forth or some kind of power struggle that might be happening there. It might be that you are considering matters of career or your boss and trying to figure out how it is that you are then going to reconcile your rootedness, or maybe in a very practical way, it could be some changes where it comes to your career path that lend themselves to you considering your living situation. That's one possible scenario. Now, also with this is a sense of obligation or responsibility that you might feel to your family and a desire to be home or go home in some way, or to connect with your roots might be part of some motivation or tension you have now. Here's the thing though, we get a beautiful alignment between this eclipse and Uranus, which does suggest that luck is on your side. Things can move very quickly, and out of nowhere, it can feel like there is spiritual forces on your side helping you out in ways that bring a whole lot of delight and a spirit of upliftment to you now. We also get Mars speaking in harmony with this eclipse. So you're spurred to action and feeling that much more alive as a result of what could be changing for you now. If you have a home-based business or you work with homes, well, that's likely to take on greater focus for you, and opportunity could come seemingly out of nowhere. And it brings with it the financial possibility of making gains as well in a way that I think you'll like. You can see how if you take a little bit of effort, you might be able to generate prosperity for yourself, and that empowers you that much more. Now, going forward, it is once this eclipse takes place that we enter eclipse season. And according to the ancients, the veil between the worlds is especially thin during this 2-week time. And it becomes easier to recognize the spiritual lessons at play. It is as we get to the 29th of the month that we will have a solar eclipse. This solar eclipse takes place in a friendship part of your sky. But here's what's really fascinating about this eclipse. If you go back to the first eclipse that I just spoke about, the day after that eclipse is when Mercury, your ruling planet, officially goes retro. As soon as we start the month, we do so with Mercury entering shadow. So begins to walk the path that eventually Mercury will retrograde over. Now, Mercury goes retrograde at 9 degrees of Aries out of 360 degrees of the sky, the entire zodiac. We have 9 degrees of Aries, where it is that your ruling planet will stand still and begin to go retro. And it is also at 9 Aries that we are going to have that solar eclipse. This is such a profound symbolism at play, because it does suggest that whatever happens at the eclipse, it's like it's foreshadowed with Mercury going retro. And because it's Mercury, it's your representative in the sky. And so you're that much more aware of what is playing out and how you're feeling about it. But for all that, this can be one of those moments with this eclipse where new people can enter, new group dynamics come into play, new opportunities related to participating in a group could find you at this time. This part of the sky is decidedly lofty, and so it has to do with the hopes and wishes you have for your life, and you might be able to welcome in really big opportunities as a result of who you know or whom it is that is new that might present themselves to you now, or as a result of aligning with a group or group endeavor. So stay open to possibility here. This eclipse is fascinating in that it is speaking in harmony with Jupiter in your sign, in harmony with Pluto as well. And so there's a lot of power and a lot of hope and a lot of optimism wrapped up into these surprise new beginnings and new connections that can be there. Now, this friendship part of your sky is about to be lit up in another really important way. And that is because of Neptune. Neptune is a big, slow moving planet. It's considered one of the generational planets, and its moves suggest new cycles, new chapters for the collective. But of course, there are personal ways in which we interact with the collective. And for you, it is Neptune moving out of, or rather dipping out of, a part of the sky that he's been moving through since 2012, a career part of the sky, life purpose, a higher, more loving vision for your life. And Neptune can be confusing. So it might have felt like you knew what career path you were on, and then you weren't, and then there was a dream and you were pursuing it, and then maybe you were disappointed, or you really felt like you made gains. It can feel as if bosses are just downright confusing, or sometimes it's just you not really knowing what you are going for, not being very aware of what you are demonstrating versus what it is that you're saying you want. And so we get now Neptune dipping into that friendship part of your sky between the 30th of March and the 22nd of October, at which time it will be Neptune that retrogrades back to the top of your sky. And then in time for Valentine's Day next year, we'll move back into this friendship part of the sky for a nice long 13-year transit, a once in a lifetime journey through this part of the sky. You're going to get a taste of it now. And this is sometimes confusion around who's your friend, who isn't. Sometimes people that you considered friends not being honest or sort of washing out of your life. But this can also be dreams coming true as a result of the people you know and the people you align with. Profound healing can take place in group dynamics and in friendships, whether you're joining healing groups or therapeutic groups or self-help groups, or whether it is that just as a result of a work endeavor, you end up feeling like you are contributing to spiritual purpose and healing all around to the collective. And this is also believing in a dream and wanting to feel as if there's that much more a connection to a loftier vision that could be there for you and for your life. So stay open to possibility here. I feel like you just might attract some truly magical new friends into your life as part of all of these incredible energies that are at play for you over the course of this very special month. Now, where it comes to matters of love, Venus goes retro right out of the gate as we start the month. And that really is the very big news in the context of love. And Venus as well in a friendship part of your sky. So love and friendship become intimately tied. As we get to the end of the month, Venus will retrograde into the top of your sky, where love and respect become connected. And that is a place of a whole lot of energy next month. Now, I'll be here to talk about it every step of the way. And right now, as this video is publishing, there should be Venus retrograde special horoscopes on my website for download at nadiyashah.com and in the superstar space at thefutureismagical.com. But of course, I'll be here to talk to you about this energy as we go along every step of the way. Having said that, yeah, this is love and friendship being very wrapped up now in powerful ways. And we are going to have these ongoing connections with Venus and Pluto that are going to characterize this move. And in particular, for this month, it is on the 21st of this month that Venus will connect in harmony with Pluto. This is super sultry. It's also very honest. It's very authentic. It's focused and passionate as well. So for those of you open to meeting someone new with a friend, through a friend, whether it's a reconnection with someone from the past at a social event you're at, or whether it is that you thought maybe something could happen with somebody and then it didn't. Well, now we're setting the stage for the possibility of that feeling of things really being able to, in some way, at least have some momentum or gain traction or gain a deeper look of some kind. So pace yourself and be yourself. You know, I like to say that. But especially under a sky like this, it becomes incredibly important to consider how connected you feel on a friendship level to new people that you might be meeting. But with Venus retrograde, it means that all is not as it appears. What you think it is and what it ends up being might be very different. Could be better though. So again, pace yourself as you are either reconnecting with friends who could become lovers or meeting new people now. For those of you just starting to date someone, like how much companionship do you feel with this person? Do you really feel like this person could be a best friend to you? A lot of this says to me hanging out energy is at play. And so you might want to pace yourself a little bit at this time. I do want to say, I just think the possibility of just finding yourself in a situation where it feels really passionate and really intense, but it's also more of a situationship rather than a potential relationship. And then that ends up creating different layers of divided desires, really, where a part of you just might want to be friends, a part of you might want more, or maybe it's them that's bringing that energy into the mix. So pace yourself at this time because you're learning about yourself along the way of understanding how love and friendship intersect more deeply for you now. So be patient with yourself as you navigate this time because you are learning about where friendship and love intersect for you, where they support each other, where they contribute to each other in healthy ways. And for those of you in an established bond, where relationships are good, the energy this month means that the friendship between you and your partner grows that much stronger and that much deeper as well. More honest, more authentic. But where it is that there have been doubts as to whether or not you are with the right person for you, I do think that there is going to be a desire to sort of have friends that you can talk to, that you can count on to give you their perspective. And it's up to you to decide how much of it you're going to take to heart and how much of that is actually going to be significant for you. So pace yourself because sometimes, especially with the Venus retrograde, a friend might give you some advice that misses some important nuances. Ultimately, regardless of what may be happening with your partner, if the friendship is there, if there's a genuine companionship there, well, you're that much more inclined to consider and continue to navigate forward. What I love about this month for you, there's so much here. It's a powerful and meaningful astrological moment. I'm going to say I love the energy of, well, look, it's a party going on in a part of the sky for you that has to do with social gatherings and friendship, among other things. And I do love how supported you are likely to feel with a month like this. Whether it is friends that want to spend time, whether it's you that's coming into new understandings and insights into yourself and relationship to others and relationship with groups, there is profound healing, but also truth at play here. And there's a sense of more and better being that much more available to you as a result of who you know and nurturing those connections now. Well, thank you so much for watching. You can get a video like this each and every week for each and every sign for as low as just $3 a month with Choose Your Membership rate at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com, where you get expanded exclusive video scopes for each and every sign. Higher tiers get you things like all access passes to Synchronicity University events, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the superstar space at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com or thefutureismagical.com. Links in the description below. And new programs are starting this month over at synchronicityuniversity.com as we're finishing off February. You can still choose your tuition rate as low as just $5 a class to learn from some of the most celebrated astrologers alive today. Learn more and sign up now. Links are in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.